So currently we are discussing MVC application creation. So in that we have completed configuring dispatcher servlet, that is this one web.xml, and then next step is create Spring configuration file. So configuration file is registration servlet. So that is also we have completed, and then next step is create configure view resolver. So view resolver I just showed you yesterday. This one we have added view resolver here, no? So that is the third step, and then now we will be moving to creating controller, then creating view pages. Okay.
Yes.
So please respond. I don't know, like I'm able to like you are listening me like audible or not also, I don't know. So if you give the response only, I will able to understand. And so first we have created our entity with the annotation entity and given all the fields which we have required, and we made the id auto type also, like it will be auto generated every time, and remaining three we will be giving from the form which we have we will going to create in the input. And then we have created a repository. So this is mainly used to like a what can I say, data access object. So this will be used to perform all the insertion updation on the table. So for now we will be doing only save in the sense insertion only. So whenever a user registers, his data will be stored in the table. So that is the thing we are doing here. So now we will create a class. We have the class, so we will make this class as a service. So why we are doing all this separately? Because for the organization, so the code should be easily understandable and readable. That's why we are doing multiple classes. So in the service, this will be used as a service layer for us. So this will make as a service by adding annotation, that is service. So if we add annotation service, then it will become our service class. So inside this, what we'll do, we will just call the method in the user.demo. This method is there na save user. So this will save the value. So this will be called in the service. So for that, first we need object for user demo. So that we will create private user demo, and my object name will be demo. And this should be we should have the object of the user demo assigned here, so that we can do from the configuration file by creating bean for user service and creating bean for user demo. Then we will inject the bean into user service. That's how we can get. But we have the shortcut, that is autovide, using autovide keyword. So it will reduce our code and it will automatically inject the object. So no need to create beans for both of the classes and inject demo bean into service class. So that is not required when we use autovide. So now we are successfully injecting demo object, and then here we will give a method, that is create user. So whenever user register, the user account will be created. So this will take constructor, because we should pass the constructor only here, like object which have all the values assigned. So that object will be called when we passing values to the constructor only. So that object this class also should pass. So here also we will be taking user object, and this object should be passed to the save method. So return this dot demo dot, we will call this save user method and pass this user object. So that's how we will call the, we will call the save user from create user. So that's it in the service. So now we have successfully completed service. So this is like a in between step, there is nothing much, but now the main thing is to create the controller. So control is like a main of the project, so from where the project working will be started. So this is our controller. How will refer this is the controller. We have one annotation that is controller. So this annotation will tell the project this is our controller from where the project gets started. So in this controller we will be going to, one second. So here we will be going to add the paths to our URL. So which path will give the registration page and which path should give the success page. So like that we are going to add in controller. So first we'll take the object to the service. So now we use this service to pass this user, and from this the user will go to save user. So here we'll be going to use service. So private user service, and I am taking object as service, and this is also done using AutoWide. So no need to write lots of code. AutoWide will make us our coding easy. Done. The bean will be injected, and here the next annotation which we are going to learn is request mapping. So request mapping is the annotation we have. It will take two parameters. One is the path which we wanted to add after the local host, so where the registration page should be visible, and another one is method. So there will be like get method, post method. So if we are don't giving anything, that time it will be get. So it is our basic registration page, that's why we are not going to take any method in this. We just take the path. So the path I wanted to take is register. So if for suppose we are taking as a path, so localhost colon something, the path will be there, and after that here register will come. So if we give this register only, we are able to see the registration page. If we directly wanted to see without entering register, we can simply give the slash. So if we give this slash, automatically which is the path open when we run the project will show the registration page. So I'm taking as a slash for now. So if required, we will take the register later. So this is the path, and this path like we should have the method. So in that path what is the action should be performed, so that thing will be coming under the method. So these methods will be string type because it will be returning a JSP page. So I'm taking string, and here the method I wanted to take is, yeah, anyone want to speak anything? So the method we are going to take is show form, which shows registration form. So here we should return one thing. That thing is our input JSP. So here we are going to write our form, registration form, and this will be written from register. So we are returning the input. That's why we are able to see the form there. So I just simply take input because after that .jsp will be coming from registration servlet, now prefix and suffix. So prefix will take to the path and JSP will be as a suffix. So here I am returning only input. The suffix will be added from the resolver. So that time it will search for input.jsp at the location webinf and views. So is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Yeah. And this is our code for now. Just let us run this and see is it executing or not. So after completing input only, we will be adding any parameters required or anything that will be passing here. So let us go to input, and here for now we simply do one h1 tag, and here I am writing register here. So I'm saving it, and everything saved. So now let us run this and we'll see we are able to see that or not. So where is our tutorial? And running is like come to project and right click, run as on server, run on server. So this will be opening our web page. So now I'm expecting to see register here because we have the data only register here on the input JSP page which we are returning from the show form method, which is also our default path. So we'll see we will get any error or we'll see the output. So we can see the page localhost tutorial is open, but we are not able to see the H1. So we'll check what is the issue. Anything wrong with 1 second. Some scripts need to be added. So let me check them and add. We need JavaScript, CSS, both. So I will take online CDNs, which all are required. So I will take JavaScript CDN and styles also. Styles will be going with Bootstrap. So I will take Bootstrap CDN and one is JavaScript. So if we required anything, so we'll add later. Okay, this one. Can you see the script tag? This complete tag we can copy and we can paste it in our project. So, when we are working with the project, usually we used to keep script tag below the body JavaScript tag, and another style sheet will be in the title inside head. after title. So here will come the style sheet. So that will be taking Bootstrap. I hope you know what is CD and how we use it. So whenever we
No,
are
no,
using, uh, you don't know.
no. Please explain.
Okay.
I know Bootstrap, but don't know CTL.
Okay, I will tell. Link tag. Okay, this complete tag we need. So whenever we are using any like JavaScript or any styling like Bootstrap, we don't install anything external. Like for them, we are not installing any module. We have the CDNs like it is we can use them when we add CDN into our program. So that's how we are using CDNs. It is like a link. CDN full form is like content delivery network, and that link we will be adding in our projects. So after that, when we are using everything like Bootstrap, will be having some pre-built class names. So we are using the class names, and our program is identifying them. How? Because we are adding the CDN. So CDN we can add, and we can use all the features of that particular Bootstrap or either JavaScript, anything. So for that purpose, we are going to add CDN. So it will make the work easy. Nothing to do much and directly inserting CDN like that. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. And after that, what are the fields? Okay. Java content type. Okay, let me save this. Body have only one thing registered here. Okay, hello world. So we can see hello world. I think by default we have this index.jsp. So whenever we are running the register, the index.jsp is opening. It is a default like opening web page. So what we'll do, we'll just use this index.jsp as our input page. So here we'll be writing index and we write our code there only. So where is this index? Okay, if we give anything else like h1 register here and open this refresh. So we are getting register here also. So one thing we can do, we can redirect from here to input or we can give input here only. So which is fine, you choose. So we have created one view input.jsp here now. So Actually, by default, we are opening index.jsp according to our project. So one thing we can do, we can open index.jsp and we can redirect to input.jsp, or else we can give our register page here. So which thing you want? Hmm?
Yes.
Yeah, what you want me to? You want me to give registration page here, or give the link to input here and write the code in input.jsp? What?
Input.
So giving the input link here and then code in input separately,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So in this I am going to add welcome and register here. After that, the redirection will be done using a anchor tag. So that I am going to use. So the path will be this complete and then register. Save and its name will be register. See. So now come here. So whenever we are changing anything in JSP files inside the project, so we no need to restart the program. That automatically takes it complete project. But when we are saving anything inside Java files, that requires us to restart the project. So yeah, I'm editing here only, na, so I'm not restarting it. I'm just saving and checking whether it is updating or not. So this thing welcome register here register. So if I click on register, it will go to slash register, but this is not exist for now. The page is not exist now. That's why it is showing. So if what I do is I just come to register.java and here instead of default I will give register, and this will take us to input, and there in the input we have given this thing register here for now. So we'll see whether it is updating or not. Servlet registration through exception. What is that? User demo. You cannot find class. Okay, any issue with our class name? Let me check the issue in this code. What is this for local session? Na? So I haven't taken the name properly, class name. One second. Control Shift T. Local session factory B. So two times package name got pasted, class name not pasted here. Can you see? Again, yesterday you need to tell me this arc dot this one, and again same thing is there. We haven't pasted the class name. It is not yet copied. That's
Yes.
why the error. Yeah, now save this, and we need to restart the code balance on server. And then we have input here. So if we are getting this register here in slash register path, so after that we try to write the form. So that will be easy once we get the output there. So let us wait for this execution. Register here and then we go to register. So much time. Yeah, now can you see register here which we have written in the path of register. So we are successfully getting this data. So let me take some page, anything, it should be updated here also. So this is what creating controller here. This will be the controller and which is giving the page, and this is the view of the controller. So view is nothing but which we are able to see on the web. So now we have completed all the 5 steps, but the project is not fully completed. Are you clear with all the 5 steps?
Yes.
Yeah, now we are going to complete this form. So I will show. Here I am taking as registration page as my title, and then inside this I will be taking a form. So usually when we are using Bootstrap, so we will be going for divs only, and inside that we will be having our own form whatever we want. Before that I will take one hit. So registration is nothing but signing up. So I am taking title as sign up here, and after this I will create my form, this one. So instead of typing everything, one thing we can do, we'll just go to mm, browser and we'll type for Bootstrap form. So if we open the first one, we will be able to see few of the sample forms. So like this. So we want this type of form only. So I'm going to take this one, and we will change the parameters according to our wish. So let me copy this complete form and we'll pay. You also follow this procedure. There is no need to waste our time. So we can do whatever the shortcuts we can, and we can change it. So this is the form we have for now. So if I save it, and if I go to our output, and if I refresh it, we will be getting the form which we have copied just now. And I will restructure it according to our wish. So what we are going to take is, first we'll mm, take one thing, email. So email is there, no need to disturb that email. And next one, username, and next one you can see the fields here. Where is it? User. So one is email, one is username, and one is password. So in the form also we need to give all the three. So email, password also here, and this checkbox is not required for us. Submit is necessary anyways, and one more field, that is username. So let me copy this one more time. So two times we will be getting password, so I will change all this. Here I am commenting it as email. Anyways, you can see this, so no need to confuse. First one is email, second one is user name, and third one is password. And here email class form control id email input, keep it as this. So enter email. And this thing if you want to give, you can, we will never share. If you don't want also fine. So I am removing it, no need for me. So I want just email. And next one, here this will be name and username. Type will be for username text, and class form control id name, placeholder, enter username. Placeholder is nothing but the text we will be having before entering anything. This line is there na, that is called as placeholder. So that one. And next is the password, password, and last will be submit. So this I wanted to use sign up. That's it. If I come here and refresh, so we can see email, username, and password sign up also. So if you want to do some more, what can I say, styling, you can do. No need, like, no issues. And yeah, that's it for now, for this. And here we need to have the action also, like when we press the sign up, what need to be happen. So if we press on sign up, what is the next page where it needs to go? That is here. So sign up will be that thing. So if I click, there is nothing for now, so that's why it is not going, but I should give the path. So I am going to give the success page after sign up. So here I will tell success, and I wanted to use method post because we are passing the arguments. So method name is post. I think you are a little bit familiar with this HTML bootstrap. So you know what is form action and what is method.
Yes.
Yeah. So the method will be post, control S. So this is our registration page. And if I now click sign up, we have given the action, that's why the success is opening. But we haven't given anything for success page. So that we are going to do now. And after that we will come to register. And here next thing we need to give is success page now. So for that, just let me copy this. And here I will be passing success. And then method will be post because for that path in the input we have used the post now. So for that we should use here post. So we are using two attributes. Here we are using only one attribute, that is path. So we haven't defined any differentiation, but here we are doing two. That's why we declare that path is this one, and then method is this one. So naming should be there. So coming to method, we should not give directly method in Spring. So we have the keyword request method dot post. So just use it, request method dot post. So get also similarly, request method dot get. Why it is not suggesting? Eclipse will do so many things. And for this I am taking the name. So this is show form. This is for success page now. So I'm just taking as success. The name is according to my wish only. So now import the request method. So now you can see the highlighted post also. And this I wanted to return output page. So we have created two views. One is input, one is output. So this will return my output. That's it. So if now I go to output, where is it? Output, and I just simply add h1 success, and now save. And if I refresh it, sign up, As we have changed the Java code, we need to restart the program project. So let me restart it. Run as. So meanwhile, you can see this. So here one thing for register, we are returning input page which is having the form, and for success we are returning output page which is having the success message. So after completing input, we will also customize this thing also. We don't have only success, we'll do something on this. So now see, first page is welcome register, and if we click here, we'll be going to registration page. And after this, if we sign up, it will be going to success page. Success is not available. One second. Here only success, and in input is any spelling mistake.
There are so many red lines. Is this error?
Huh? No, no. It's not. It's common now. There is nothing with that. And this is yellow line because we haven't used this service till now. So that's why. Later we'll be using, but I just added before only. That's it. Path is success and method is post. Fine. Here we'll try to do post like this. And nothing much. These two things will give the output, but I don't know why it is not giving output. We have output.jsp, same name. Let me try again. Okay, it is not exist, it is showing. Now click register. Sign up. Why it is not coming? Actually, we are able to do the same thing for register, but coming to success only it is not. One second. Okay, it is tutorial slash register, but here it is only taking success directly. So we need to add that. We'll do in what way? We'll try to give tutorial slash here, see whether it is working or not. Tutorial slash success. Controllers. Again rerun. This is the issue with Spring. Every time need to rerun. You can do one thing to avoid this rerun. We have some dependency. If we add that, we can automatically rerun when we change the code. So we'll try that after this. Again, just, sign up. Yeah, now it is taking tutorial slash success. Find the current representative of the target resource is not willing to disclose the existing one. Standard Java. Yeah, now we can see the success message from the output. So what is the issue is like here when we are taking the path, it is automatically tutorial dot slash success. But coming to input, we have given only success. So these two are not matching. So here it is tutorial slash success by default. Tutorial we are not giving, but it is taking. By default, we have that structure. Here we haven't passed. That's why the issue till now. So now we can see the output success coming. So we will customize these two pages and we'll see whether we are getting the values or not. So one thing we need to do is like here Name is there now. Name, where is name? Oh, it is not taken any name. So here, mm, it is not taking any name. Okay. Password also type only there. ID. Okay. So here nothing to do. We have the types. If you wanted to give name, you can give like I will show. So name equals to like this we need to give. But these names should be same as this user names like this email, this uname, this PWD. So like that those should be matched. So if you want to give you can otherwise also fine but I am giving for the clarity like when we are mapping the values it should take according to. So let me take this name equals to uname we have given there and for password we have given PWD only now different thing. So that's why it's not full, that's why I'm giving the name also to identify these fields are related to these values of the user only. So after that now we have completed the input and coming to output we will be like printing the email and welcome message like that. So before that in the register we do one thing. So for your knowledge only like passing parameters from register whether it is possible for us or not like that. So for that we have add attribute thing. So if considering input, so we'll try to pass one attribute like header so that will be coming in the top of the page. So here you can see this thing only sign up here like that. So we wanted to add some extra text also that will try using one of the annotation keyword. So whether we are able to do or not we'll check. So for that we should use model. So we are discussing about MVC only now. So model is used to pass the data. So for that we have the keyword model this one. So after importing why it is not okay imported. So after importing this m will be used as a object to this model. So using this we can pass the attribute to this input. So see how we'll do that. So use this object and we have the attribute method. So if we use add attribute and we can take anything like if I wanted to add header and the value will be like mm, sign up page and if I want to give some description also use add attribute and use the this and welcome please sign up. So like this two attributes we wanted to pass let's say like that and we should get it on our what it is web page according to like whatever we give we should get there. So we'll see. Okay, I need to rerun. So and we are passing with the names like header and description is disk. We should also refer them in the input. So after that only they will be matching. So this value is passed to using this thing like that. So if we are passing the parameter from here, that should be cast here also now. So like that we also should have header and description. So that will do like is it clear? If you have the doubt you ask me, not an issue.
No doubt in my
Okay. So div I'm naming as container, usual name, and after that, after sign up or before sign up we can do. So instead of sign up only, what is the sign up page? So instead of sign up, we wanted to pass our header. So how we'll do that? Here we just remove this and we want the user defined parameter, that is sign up page. So how we'll get it? We have the a particular like a syntax type in this JSP files to represent a variable, that is dollar and curly braces, open and close. So inside this we should give the name which we have used here, header. So if I copy this and if I paste this here, now that header value will be coming here automatically. And if below this if we want another description also, for that I'm taking paragraph tag, and inside it same process, need to use dollar and curly braces here, will take description. So that's how this can be mapped here, description. So that will be cached from here. And now save. So if we want to do some styling, this can be aligned text. So that's why I'm taking class as text and center. This we have in Bootstrap. So if I use this, this will be coming in the center of the page. And here if I'm using for paragraph, I can take align, and that is center, and save. So now we are able to catch the header and description. Now after that everything fine. Okay, nothing. If I come and refresh, this much time to refresh. Yeah, it is coming as header and description only. So you can see if you are getting these type of errors, that is this is very much useful. That is like you can see here we are passing, but it is not catching. So the issue is one more thing we need to do, that is one tag here. So whenever we are passing a value from the controller, it won't be coming exactly here. So it is like defaultly it is disabled. So we need to enable it. So for that we have the annotation. Just see this at page is EL ignored. EL ignored means expression language ignored. This is what writing this dollar and curly brace is the expression language in Spring, which we use to pass the attributes and catch them in JSP file. So this is the way of writing expression language in Spring. So here we have the parameter, that is expression language is ignored. So it is by default true. We will be doing false. So after that we will be able to get the values. So now you can see the difference also. I'm just making it false. mm, Expression language ignored. Spelling is fine only. What is the, yeah, this one. So now I'm saving it, and if I go to the web page, and now if I refresh it, now you can see sign up page and welcome, please sign up. So these values before this line are not coming, but now it is coming. What we did, we just did this expression language ignored as false. So is it clear?
Yes, clear.
Yeah. So after that, what we'll do, we will come to this output, and here we need to do one thing, that is, so we wanted to store them in the table also, but how it will be stored. So that thing we will do in the output only. So first we go to register, and here we'll pass the user. So for that, we need to take the user values now. So to take the, what I say, the object, user object, we have the annotation, that is model attribute. So this will have the values, parameter, like parameter values. So I'm just taking it as user. So this will have all the values in the form which we are entering. So user, and then to exit I'm taking model m. So now this model will be having access to this user and values also, this data. So that will be passing to, one thing we can do, we'll just print the values what it is storing, and after that we can also print in the web page. So when we are using this print, this will be printing in the console. When we are passing to the output page only, that will be coming on the web page. So that is the difference between console printing and web page printing. So if I print user here, the values will be coming here. And one more thing, I need to pass this user to database. So to pass, we have the method create user in the user service. So to access that, we have already created object to user service here, that is service. So now we are going to use it. For that, this dot, the object is service and the method is create user, and now we are passing this user here and save. So after that, if we wanted to just check the values, like how it is storing, we can simply take as success is fine, and this also we can take. So if we wanted to use class, we should have the bootstrap added. So if you don't want, nothing change, but if you want to add the class, the bootstrap cdn should be added here. So just going here, copy the link to bootstrap and paste it inside head, and here I can use the class. Text center will be to align the values into center, and the page will be success page. So you can also work on like validations, all the other things if you want to. Otherwise, no issues. If you want to learn, you can do. And one thing, I'm printing success, and then I will open a div, and inside that I'll just take two paragraph tags. One will be stating welcome. Your name should be coming here. So for that, this is also one of the way to write the expression language. So here we will be writing in a different way. Here we just use the keyword like parameter name there and here same, but here we are getting the values from user now. So for that, we will use user dot uname. Our parameter name is uname now. Here in the user, where is it, uname, and here also use same thing, uname. And user is the user which we are passing from register dot java, this one. This we have. And next line, I wanted to print paragraph. If you wanted to show your email address is, and then dollar, and then here also user dot email. That's it. So we wanted to align this also center. So align center. One second. I'm getting. Am I audible? Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So here we are assigning these two into the center, and we'll run to see the values. Well, let me run this. Now one more thing we can do, we just open our MySQL and see whether our user table is created or not. Yesterday also we can see when we run the code, the table will be created actually. So so use JDBC show tables. You can see user is created. So if we describe user, we can see ID, which is primary type, email, password, username. Select star from user. We have nothing for now, so we'll just try to register one user now. So click on register, and I will give few things and then password, sign up. Again the same thing for the JSP file. We should give the expression language enable false. So control C, control V. Except that you can also see the user name and password. All the three are printed here because in the register we have taken this print thing now. So that's why it is printed here. The values are printed, not printed because the expression language ignored is true. And if we come to database also, let me check whether the value saved. So you can see Monica and password, everything saved from the web page. So I think I hope now it is clear for you how
Yes.
everything is
Yes.
working.
Okay.
Yeah. So now we have completed this project, like how is it is working, everything. Complete MVC project is completing. Every website used to work like this only. So the relationship between all the things, I hope you understood how it is storing on the database and how we are getting values. So now you can see welcome Monica, your email address is so and so. Because I just added this line here and I'm getting values. So if I go to database, I'm getting both. Whatever the times I have registered, I'm getting. So this is coming two times because I haven't added any validation to this email and this column. That's why. If I give the email primary, that time it won't take the duplicate. So that thing you can try yourself. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.